in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Jump! Jump!
Jump.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart and watch it burn. Tear me apart and watch it burn. All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it. Mouth to mouth, I breathe you in. Swallow down your jagged sin. Let it drown inside my veins. The sweetest poison I could take. You make it an art, the way that you scar with every word. But before we reach the end, strip me down again. Come and get it one more time. If you wanna lose your mind, come and get it one more time. If you wanna lose your mind, come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it.
no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star.
If you're already not tuned in, well, get yourself tuned in, because it should be good. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one. You can see there, Limitless Horizon is getting straight there. We've got Mighty Dylan as well in the McLaren. He will be getting himself ready and show really what they can do, along with his teammate, Best People 45. There he is in the other McLaren. I think he's just starting a lap now, so we're hoping for good things going in today's round. And of course, don't forget about your championship leader, Minty. He's got, I'm pretty sure, let me bring up the standings now for you. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-point gap lead. Yes, it is. It's a 10-point gap lead to his teammate, of which is his teammate, actually, there, Tom, for the win. So those two are going at it again, once again. Now, Tom's had more of the wins, but Minty's had a more, how should we say it, a more successful consistency run, which is the reason why he's out in the lead by 10 points. So behind them in third place, another contender from Season 4's championship fight was, where are you? I'm trying to find him now. There he is. Iro Schumacher in the Haas. There he is. He's a few points back. He's on 54. Tom's on 69. Minty's on 79. So, and yeah, it should be exciting as Best People sets the pace here with a 1 minute 5.3. So nice to see that the times today are competitive. As Schumacher then tips him actually, only by 3/10, as he whacks in a 105.3. So solid lap in from him there, and Minty goes P3. So on the ultras actually, the top two actually, they didn't even notice it, on super soft. So obviously they're going to be trying to do the viable one-stop strategy, which could work out. Who knows? Now of course, linking it with Red Bull and linking it to driver in real life. Actually, driver's one was Daniel Ricciardo. He has created the Daniel Ricciardo karting series, which is actually, funny enough, in the UK. So, if you all want to check that out, if you don't already know my Xbox gamer tag, message me, and I can give you a link to it, because I'll be racing in next year. So, yeah, it should be exciting to see how that's going to pan out in real life. But of course, forget the real life action for this momentarily time being. As we have some sims, and that you can see that was that Minty? Yeah, it was Minty, deciding obviously not to go ahead and do his lap, and deciding to take a really weird entrance into the pits. Obviously, he will be getting himself mentally prepared here for Austria's race, and her Limitless Horizon goes P1 there, but 104.6 on the ultra soft. So there you go, finally some good raw pace from these top runners here, coming out in full force. Thanks to Horizon. Now, of course, we know what he's capable of, thanks to his lightning pace at Brazil, where he really was not debatable if he corner cutted. And then they can see the background there, and the Williams Pierre XM Echoes, who was the Mercedes program manager. So technically he was supposed to be in GP1, then he went to GP2 Mercedes, and now he's in GP2 Williams. So obviously he decided that's probably the better place for him to sit down in. And we're still waiting for SP James, UK Futures, Kilo Bravo, Echoes, obviously I mentioned before, and Tom to actually set a lap time on the board here. So obviously those guys are waiting a bit, waiting around to see what's about to capability. I guess I know some people like to do this. They don't like to go out on the earlies. Oh, and that is in the background there. That is one of the McLarens going for a trip to the spin, and that might be Mighty Dylan. Yes, it is Mighty Dylan. Mighty Dylan then having an off moment there, as you can see there. He lost the rear rail. It's a tricky corner that is, because the traction is really difficult to get right. Because you've got to be careful on the traction, but if you put too much on the traction, because it's an uphill elevation, the wheels they'll just keep rotating and spinning forwards, and eventually at the back end, which is losing. So yeah, I have a little bit of lock up there. So that is your facts and figures then going into tonight's race, and it should. No, I say should because it should be a good race, because I've got high hopes for these drivers tonight. Now it is a short grid, only 13 drivers, but in a way that could be beneficial, really. As you can see, I didn't coming into the pits, and most drivers went into the pits, and unlike there, SP James, as we'll go on board of him, and we can see what I know. He's on his lap right now, so he'll be getting ready to unleash the Toro Rosso Honda. As if I'm gonna go, bear with me, I'm gonna grab the weather report for today's action here, Austria. And well, we can see what is happening in the weather likes as SP James really mounts the curb there. So, likewise, it should be a good one. We've got Kilo Bravo waiting to get the action done as Babonji joins the session. So here's a late runner here in tonight's racing action. And we did see him for his debut last time out in Italy, where he did actually get second place, if I'm right in saying, then ended up finishing 6th place in the race. So he'll be hoping to top that. And the weather forecast, I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, is all dry. It's going to be an all dry race here. Yeah, meant to be dry in qualifying race. Yeah, I figured that out. Don't you worry. So well, it's gonna be exciting. And if you're already not subscribed to the channel to see more top quality content, of course we did have GP3 earlier, where we saw the likes of Connor taking, well, I say taking them in, yeah, and an unfortunate mishap later on in the race. But well, hopefully GP2 can provide some of the action here tonight. And we're still waiting for UK Futures. There he is himself. Is that right? Yeah, it is UK Futures. Here's well, he's on his outlap right now. And there he is in the new Alfa Romeo soundbite for the new F1 2018 game. And you can just see there. What I like about this new game, they've updated the sound effects when you go over the curves. I just like it so much. As if UK Futures finishes that with 108.1, I presume he'll be going a lot faster than that, because that is quite slow compared to everything. There's a couple of cars going, leaving the pits then right in front of him. One of them being the likes of Williams Gaming, and I'm pretty sure that is also Masterpiece Smith as well, getting in the way. I don't think he's quite in the way, but I think he's on a lap right now. UK Futures, so SP James is gonna have to get out of the way for him, because he's on a lap. He's not really getting out of the way, so now you have to go round the outside. He's going to switch to the inside. Just about to really get out of the way of there, SP James. Not trying to make his lap time slow down because of him getting in the way of him. As it goes to the tricky turn 5 and turn 6. It's actually a reasonably... Not many corners around this track, so I'm going to say. There's only 9 in total. Quite surprising, really, when you think about how long this track has been in F1 for. Of course, it did get refurbished for 2014. Let's go down to find a corner then. He's definitely up in his time, so what can he do? Short shifting up there, and he does go P7 then, of a 107.5. So got that there from UK Futures. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what everybody else can match the same pace wise. Now, look at everybody's pace wise. most of them are on the Super Softs, except for Limitless Horizon. So there might be some interesting strategy choice-wise going into this one. Obviously, Horizon definitely preferring that track position rather than the one-stop. But of course, you can do the one-stop, but you'll have to push those Ultras quite a way into the race before you can fully get a handle of them. As someone just pipped himself into P4. That was Tom, actually. No, Williams Gaming, sorry. So Williams Gaming them. Getting himself into P4 with a 1.5 flat on the Ultra Soft. So he's obviously decided to whack those Ultra Softs on and get in a faster lap time. Obviously, likewise of Horizon, he obviously preferring that track position rather than the easy stretch to one-stop. And I was still waiting for Kilo Bravo, actually, and PX Echoes to get a lap time on the board yet. As Euro Best FIFA goes fastest, a 1.104.4. That's a really fast lap, actually. Only a tenth faster than the Horizon, so the McLarens today seem to be on the ball. Now, what can Minty do? As he'll be starting his lap now, with only 6 minutes to go left in qualifying. It's going to come down to now who can find the best margins out of the track. Of course, corner cutting is on strict, so they will have to be bearing that into mind. Obviously, they can push as much as they want, obviously, but they can't push over the limits that the track will allow them to. You could just see how hard it is breaking into turn 2. It's a really difficult one. High speed, definitely this turn 3 as well. You want to brake just at the 100-meter board. As we just pass it. All goes both times up on the exit there. That would have cost him maybe a tenth there. Now he is on the Super Soft, so obviously likewise he's wanting that easy one stop. As he runs a little bit wide there, he's going to flick it in the 5th gear. Hitting the inside curb and the outside curb there. Into 7th gear. Maybe into 8th gear. Yep, he's going to go into 8th gear. Double shift in 6th. Hit the inside curb and the outside curb. Drop it twice into 4th. Hit both curbs there. And lovely, I said a really good final sector there. Where will that put him? P3. Good lap there for Minty. A wonderful lap. He really felt hooked up. And they're just putting himself there. To only a 10th really off Best FIFA. And he's on the Super Soft. So your championship leader then. One to watch out for going into tonight's race. And that you can see there. That is Tom. In your background there. As he whizzes past. Now, I presume he's on his out lap. Because he's quite a bit down if that's the case, if he isn't like that. But you never know. Let's see what times he can put out of the bag. Actually, I do think he's on his, I think he's on actually a hot lap here. So, yeah, as I said before, this race is leading up to being an absolutely wonderful race. As Pier XM Echoes in the Williams is now getting ready to start his first flying lap here. Now, he was out earlier on in the session, but obviously, he decided otherwise completing a lap here. Now, he's on the Super Soft, so, as I said before, as I will say it quite often here, he's preferring that easier one-stop. Now, honestly, that probably will be the preferable strategy, in my opinion, going Super Softs to the soft tyres. Now, if you did watch the GP3 race, then you know the softs can last quite a while, so see how the drivers will approach that into today's race. As the Echoes opens up DRS, we're going to go on board with him here for the rest of the lap. Breaking in between the 100 meter board and the 50 meter board, going into 3rd gear. Getting the traction nice and early. Breaking between the 100 and 50 meter board, or at the 50 meter board, actually based quite later than actually. Hit the inside curve, it's actually on a really good lap here. Keep it nice and tidy. Using the runoff there to his advantage. As comes out through the final sector here. Double shifting into 6th gear. He's actually missed the 2 curves there. The corner before. Oh, he said the big, what'd you call it? Big sausage curb, the yellow one. And that has sent his car off. And, well, onto the red tarmac and grass. So, he does go up to P10. As Minty obviously deciding he's not going to complete or improve his time. That's why he's going to slot down into 4th position. So, he's only done 1 lap, actually, on his Super Softs. Now, let's have a look here. So, we're on the fitted tyres. So, you can see on the top left of your screen, you can see what the driver's on at this direct time. Now, if we go to best, it switches there. So, if I presume, I'm trying to see what difference here. So, there you go. Mighty Dylan is actually, he's fitted the Ultra Softs. His first up is on the Super Softs. Likewise, some other drivers further down the field. So, I'll say that. Actually, no, I need to retire for the session. So, obviously, a few drivers wanting to go the track position option, which I don't blame them, because in some circumstances it can be faster. As now a lot of drivers are really deciding that they're not going to improve their time. As we're still waiting for one driver to complete that, which is a Kilo Bravo. Sat down P30 in the Mercedes. As your provisional pole position is stopped on track there in the McLaren. He's going to get going again. I think he was just allowing a couple of cars past. So he'll be wanting to keep his pole position. Now look at how close that lap time is. That is so close. It's 1/1000th of a tenth. That really is close times there. That really is. Plus those two actually, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check here. Yeah, they're on two different tyre compounds. So the top four separated by literally a tenth and a half. Now that is really good. Really nice to see is that. Well, we're going to go ahead and ride on board here with best FIFA 45 to see what he could do. It's a bit of a tank top of their FIFA out in a couple of corners. As he'll start his lap here. Opens up DRS. He's in overtake DRS switch mode, which, aka, fourth one is now switch it into, well, he should have really switched into hot lap DRS again. Better traction on the exit as it goes up the hill. It's going to break around the 100-meter board into second gear. It's going a little bit deep there. That's going to cost him loads of time, and I think he's realised he's not up in his time. He's backed out. So, will he? If he, I don't know. Let me see how many laps he's done actually on his best tyres. He's only done one lap, so he could afford to just retire from the session because he does have provisional pole right now. And thinking about tyre wear, if he does retire now, he'll only have technically 3 laps already used on Ultra. So I mean, if he does another flying lap, he will be he'll be starting on another lap older tyres, which will be 4 laps already complete. So he's got to think about this tactically here. But I presume it's going to go once again. So let's see what the McLaren driver can do. He will start his lap time here now. Let's do this. Into 8th gear. Going to shift down into 4th gear through here. Use both curves there. Into 6th gear. Then into 7th. Then into 8th. Now he's going to brake around the 100-meter wall this time. Will he actually get the braking zone correctly? Yes, he does. He hits that inside apex quite nicely. Got to be careful on the traction on the exit, but he's managed it well. Up the hill and then back down the hill. Braking at that bridge sign. Into 3rd gear. Hit the inside apex. That slightly missed it there actually. Might have cost him a little bit of time. Now he's going to shift down into 4th gear here. Keep it nice and tight. He's going really. It's right. He's on the gravel. Oh no. And he's realised he's not going to improve. And neither will any of the other drivers in the top 5. So, you are our best FIFA then at this direct time is your pole man. As UK Stats goes up to P5, so that's a good lap from him there. As now everybody has completed lap time. So your grid order then for the race time will be you are our best FIFA with 104.451, and then Tom will be sat behind him on the first row of the grid with a 104.4561. Sorry. So those times are really close. As well, there you go. That just proves how close qualifying is today. he's waiting for is about to find out here, as we are about to see the start of the race now. Let's try and keep it clean, boys. Let's not have any carnage into turn 1. That would make my life easier, I guess. But oh, we got Rentless as joined. I don't know who he is. I know. Yep, there you go. Just joined the session, but I don't know what he's in the session. But as I said before, Bungie. Now we gotta watch out for Bungie here because, as we know, Bungie now is, well, he's joined the session late, but what can he deliver today? As they will begin their formation lap here. So this is it. What is about to happen here? Are we going to see any big movers into the field, into turn 1? Will Tom for the win? Will he be able to take the race lead away from Eurobest FIFA? Well, you got about a minute and a half to wait, ladies and gentlemen, and then all will be revealed. So, Eurobest FIFA on pole position with 104.451, and then a 1,010th behind is Tom for the win. Saturn P2. Now, okay, of course, these guys are on. Let me try and find it. There you go. Different tyres. So, strategy-wise, is very mixed up here. Limitless Horizon P3, Minty P4. UK sites in the Force India will be Saturn home in P5. Will he be able to try and get a podium here? He's on neutral, so expect him to be quick out of the blocks on his early first couple of laps. Eurobest FIFA teammate Mighty Dylan in P6 on the Supersoft, so what can he do? Will he be able to get top 5 in today's racing? Now, he directly from right saying there's Saturn P5 in the driver's standing, so he's 2 points behind Williams Gaming, who's sat there in P7. So these guys will be having to scrap away for the championship battle here for P4 in the championship standing. So watch out for these two later on in the race today. UK Futures the Sauber P8 got top 10, nice qualifying from him. Master B Smith, one of them is top Mercedes there in P9. Irish Schumacher P3 in the standings, in their P10, but disappointing for his standings. So hopefully he'll be good at manage to fight out the way through. So watch out for him again. And there's your top 10. Well, I've only got so little to wait here before the lights go out. Now, of course, watch out for Bungie in the Ferrari, as he is a reserve, so of course he'll be wanting to shine this season to hopefully get a seat for next season. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to go. We're about to get those lights to come on. And here we go then. Here come the lights. 5 red lights. And the lights out. Well, we should be any second now. Come on. There we go. There's a delay there, but we're now lights out and away we go. What is about to happen here? Look at that. Tom's got the squeeze. He's going to go alongside the Eurobest FIFA. Who's got the better exit though? Looks like they're basically having a much better exit. And they will go side by side the hill, sorry. Now here comes Tom. Basically going to draw alongside. He's going to go to the switch to the outside. Tom on the inside. He'll have the better track. Look at that. That's Min trying to make a follow it and into the horizon there. There's a bit of contact behind the field there. And there you go. There's Minty. There's a couple of movers back in the field, further down the field. That's Williams Gaming Cast. Minty there for P5. Is now go. We'll go on board and Minty. We can watch this all scrap under the field. It's down inside of Williams Gaming. There was Stigma actually there. And behind him we got Horizon going very well. It's on the grass there. He's being squeezed out by Mighty Dylan's got up to P3. What a start from him. And now here comes Williams Game trying to make the outside lane work. It's not going to happen for him. He's going to slot back into P5. But Tom then out in the race so far. We've got Yellow Falcon set behind us. Irish Schumacher. Irish Schumacher's out of the race. So what happened to him there? As soon as I know, I'll let you all know. As we're about to complete lap 1 here of the Austrian Grand Prix. And Tom then, your race leader, is gone from P2 to P1. And behind him, Limitless Horizon will be under pressure from Williams Gaming. That's Bungie trying to make a move on SB James further down the pack. So you saw him there, goes to the inside and then back to the outside. Couldn't make the overtake happen though. But now here comes Horizon. It's going to be such a mighty. And when he goes for the move, he's going to send down the inside. He's going to not lock up at all. That's some really good braking measures from him there. Going to squeeze him down on the exit. Now here comes Williams Gaming as well. Here comes Williams Gaming. They're trying to make the move as well happen. Williams is going to go to the outside. Switch into the inside. No, can't make the job done there. He's going to have to be a little bit more extra time before he can make that job done happen. As he'll file through the middle sector of the track. No big real position changes here. Now Tom actually starting to extend his legs on those super soft tyres, so when I said about this split strategy, I really did call it, because now here they come. And now here comes Horizon on his Ultra Softs, flying through the field. He's got to have the P3. He's now behind Eurobest FIFA. So what can he do? As Williams game picks up the penalty, and that's Horizon running nice and wide there if he find a corner. He's going to be in the slipstream and go for me into someone though. He's staying behind them. But he will have a run up the hill. Now he's already put a 30-second time penalty though. And now he can go to the outside of US Best FIFA. They're going to go side up the hill. He'll have the better measures. Best on the inside. Horizon on the outside. They will go sub-side. Horizon just about sticking his nose in there. So they will go sub-side once again down the hill this time. Great sub-side contact there, but they're okay. They've all survived. A bit more squeezing. Oh, it's very close. Oh, he's not really any room, and now he's under pressure there from Mighton. And now here comes Mighton through into P3. Team McLaren's in P2 and P3, but never mind, because here comes back Horizon. And of course, he's not on the best set of tires, so he really does not want to allow Mighton and past him, because that will completely ruin his strategy. And mastering all of this, behind them we've got Williams Gaming and Minty trying to make their way through the field as well. So all to play for here, as Tom will complete lap 3 out of 36 here in the lead of the race. Now here comes Dylan. Will he get enough before turn 1? Look at that, Horizon's going to go for the move. He's locked up. Oh, that's a bit of contact there. Dylan's actually hit the back of Best V45. And he's lost a bit of front wing damage. So now here comes... Look at that. What's happening there? Best V's might there. They're going to go 3 wide. No, they're not. Best V45 thinks better of it. Now there goes Horizon. Mighty Dylan fighting it once again for P2. Now Dylan's got up to P2. What a move from Dylan. He's got both of them in 1 lap. Solid stuff from him there. So no defensive. Big lock up on the front right. So they give him a squeeze. Very big a squeeze there. Horizon almost off the track there. He's going to stick his nose in just about. They're going to go almost side by side actually. Just about keeping Dylan's nose ahead there. As once again, oh, that's right, he's off. He's off. Don't know what happened. Wasn't actually looking at the screen, annoyingly enough. But there we go. So Horizon's going to drop back down into P10. I don't really know what actually happened. So dramatic scenes here tonight. And well, who would have predicted it? As Minty's got himself up to P4, he's going to actually he's going to go draw alongside of Williams Gaming. So he's starting to pick them off one by one. Actually, on the soft tyres there, is SP James midfield. He's just got himself up to P6 actually. He's just got past he's got past? He's got past SP. No, he's just got past Echoes. And never mind, because that Echoes is going to pull alongside him. He goes off the track there, a bit onto the grass as well. They're going to go 3 wide on the back straight. Please, boys, don't kill me. And now here can SP James and Master B Smith. Oh, there's contact. Oh, and that's SP James going to go on the grass. Oh, no, I don't think B Smith actually knew SP James was there. And has gone to his lane, and that is the end of, well, SP James' all good run so far today. And we got a battle on here, going for P4 between Williams Gaming and VR Minty. So how is this all going to play out? The top 2, both on super soft tyres, so that one stop really becoming handy right now. Never mind, I can't actually get what I want to do. I've done it before, but I'm trying to get that around that top right screen display, but for some reason not allowing me to do it. But we have Mal Minty on the back of Best V45. They're going to go sub-side. Minty's going to try and get the switchback move. I'm putting up DRS. He's going to have DRS though to help him out to get this overtake done. I've got a feeling he's going to switch to the inside when he can. Never mind. He's actually going to make the outside work. He's at a big lock up on the inside, and that's 45 knowing he's kind of strategy, and he's an aggressive driver. Potentially one of the most aggressive drivers where in some circumstances it does actually work out for him. So Minty would have to bear that in mind following best V45, because if he does go for a move around the outside, the likelihood of best V45 giving him room is on the low side, shall we say. The switchback move there for Minty down the inside. What a move. He's got the job done, but now here comes best FIFA. He's going to have a run as they enter turn 1. Minty goes a bit defensive. He's had a bit of a lock up down the inside front right tyre. He's going to have the slipstream. Here he comes. Into 8th gear. He's going to switch to the outside. They'll go side by side. Oh, big lock up there from Minty. Now he can speed for it on the switchback move. Can't make it happen. Of course, for best C45 is on the faster tyre compound, so the overtake's going to happen very soon. Otherwise, he'll run out of time. Before this contact, I think Bestfield just kind of turned it across him there, Minty. And there's been a slight nudge in the, yeah. Looking at it back again, I think it was the likelihood of Best 45 turning a bit too much, and Minty's lock-up really hampered him there. So there we go. Minty just about managing to take P3 away from Best 45. Your story so far is Tom for the win. Out there in the lead of the race, and quite comfortably setting into a rhythm right now. As it goes up the hill for the 8th time this race. At the moment, he's had it all in his own way. He had one job to take the lead at the start of the race, and he's delivered that to the fans. Of course, as Master B. Smith is retired from the session there, so don't know exactly what's happened to him there, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know. So yeah, just because of that, everybody's now changing positions further down the field. As Horizons recovered up to 8th position. As Echoes actually just got past Eurobus FIFA there, so in the Williams, and obviously starting to pick up the pace here later on into the season now. As we are a third of the way season done so far, so all is still to play for here. As a bit of a lock up there into the right hander. So as I mentioned before, the one stop was definitely the preferred strategy. As you can see there from SB James, actually I didn't actually notice that. He's on the soft tyres, so obviously he's been going quite long into the race here and then going on to those supers to really make the strategy work. Now, can he do it? Would he be able to get podium? Now that's another story for another time. Well, when I say another time, I mean later on in the race. As Horizons just got past Kilo Bravo for P7. And that's going to be under pressure actually from Williams Gamer, because here he comes. It's going to pull to the right hand side. They'll go subside into turn 1. Williams Gaming, easy as you like. Jobbers are gonna. As Kilo Bravo then really struggling in that Williams Mercedes. I almost said Williams there, didn't say that. No, does Williams going to be having better pace than Horizon, because Horizon has actually pitted, and so is Williams Gamer. They're both on freshly new soft tyres, so all to play for between those two. As this was, I'll tell you what, this was a really help out the battle of the championship standings between Mighty and the Williams Gamer, because now Dinner's up to P2, as Williams Gamer is up to P8, so really just showing you there that all is to play for going into tonight's race. Oh, a bit of luck up there from Dylan. So, well, let's have a look then. As we're at 10 laps complete into the race, let's have a look at your grid position. So, Tom, I said before, he's gained 1 position here today. As Mighton has gained 4 positions from P5, so he's had a really good start today. As Minty's got himself a P4 to P3. He's made good work from today. And SB James, your biggest jump positions today. He's gained a hefty 8 positions from starting at the back of the grid on the soft tyres as well, up to P4. So he's had a good race. And Eurobus FIFA, he's lost 4 positions. So from the pole man then, obviously he's starting to struggle on his tyres. And Williams Gaming, he's up to P6. He's gained a position. Horizon has lost 4 places. And Bungie, from last place, effectively, he's got himself up to P. So he's had a really good start to the race so far. Kilo's 9th. Echoes is 10th. UK Futures P11. And UK Sites P12. So that right now is your race rundown. As we are nearly a third of the way into tonight's race. Well, let's give you a quick recap on who this stream is brought to you by. Of course, it's brought to you by the YouTube channel, but there's also another thing. Well, it's brought by. So there you go. Of course, it is brought by WRC. One of the best Twitch broadcasting and sim racing streams you want to see out there. If you want, get involved in that, because this week will be the busiest week as we have a safety car actually. So this will really shape up the grid here. I don't know what's happened to bring that out. I think it's Horizon. So Horizon has gone off somewhere, which is brought out the safety car. This is perfect timing then. I should have done all that now, really. Think about it. Well, that's just great, isn't it, really? Well, as I was saying, this is a busiest week for WRC over on the Twitch platform. If you just search up WORC with underscore in between each letter, you'll find the Twitch page. And I'll be streaming today, obviously. You'll be seeing this on my Twitch very soon. As soon as this broadcast is finished, I'll upload it onto Twitch. Tomorrow, we have my last ever race in F1, as I'm now involved in esports over on the PC side of things. Of course, now Wednesday, it'll be the finale for the GPVWC and the Super Cup Road, which is the equivalent to F2. So that'll be really nice to watch. You guys can watch me fail in that one. As now, any of the drivers actually pit. Now, look at that. Bungie, Kilo, Bravo, UK, if you're just all darting into the pits. Obviously, those guys wanted to pit quite early. Now, with Tom Pitt, he's put into your race lead, then he's going to go into the pits. Now, where will he emerge? He's put, oh yeah, the Delta. I was about to say why he's going really slowly, but now I forgot about the Delta. So what tyres will he be going on to? What tyres do you guys think? I mean, it's got to be softs. As Dylan follows him into the pits. Yep, soft tyres fitted for Tom. Oh, he's been held up by the Ferrari. No, it's not Ferrari. Was it Ferrari? I think it's Force India, actually. Dylan's on the waters. God, no, he's been held up the UK. Just no, he has as well. So, they're both pitting onto soft tyres. No, sorry, Dylan's onto super softs. So, interesting strategies there by the leaders. Tom will emerge back into the race. Dylan will emerge in P2. So, there is the safety car. The safety car now start running on. It will start getting up to speed then. As they'll pass into there. What is going on there? Get out of the way of the safety car there, Tom. Bit of confusion as UK sides should technically be allowed to get past the safety car, but we'll have to see what there. Now, who else has pitted them? So I think just them have pitted. So Mint has gone up to P3 thanks to the safety car. Yeah, Best FIFA has lost a few positions. So as I was talking about there, the WRC. Of course, you got Monday. This is happening right now. Tomorrow, my last ever race in FRL. Wednesday, you got my finale of the GPVWC 2018 season. Then you also got Saturday, which I'll be racing the URL. So it's been a busy week here on the WRC. So of course, when you got a chance, do check that out. But yeah, 13 laps into the race, and the first safety car up to date has been brought out, thanks to Limitless Horizon. Now, I don't actually know what happened to him, because there we go. As they're all pretty close here. Safety car's not coming in this lap because the lights have not gone out on it. So let's really shake up the order, because now it's all to play for. Practically everybody. Everybody but one driver. And they can see that UK side's getting himself onto the lead lap. No, he's not. I thought he was. Never mind. That's gonna be annoying actually. Because now I've got confirmation. It was a Limitless Horizon. He said he has a DRS fault, which is never really what you want. So I was going to presume that has something to do with the reason why he's retired from the race. And I'm trying to see if Gunblue him. Have the lights gone on the safety car? No, they haven't. So it will not be coming in this lap, or I presume not anyway. As well, it's about to get really exciting here. Who will Tom be able to hold on from the lead here? From the charging mighty Dylan in P2 on those super soft tyres. So watch out for them. As Minty. It's up there in P3 as Tom has quite a big lock up there. Minty then also looking to make it a 1-2 for Red Bull here, so he'll be trying to potentially even get the win to protect his lead over Mighty Dylan. So, yeah, it should be really interesting to see how it's going to go. As his car's picking this lap, actually. So, ignore what I said. His car's getting this lap. So here we go then. They'll all be getting themselves nice and ready. I was about to go lights out once again. They're just building themselves up here. Ready to get going. Will Tom get the jump here? Or will Dylan be able to move back now? We're going back to screen very shortly. Through the final corner, DRS is now enabled. So here we go then. He'll fire down turn 1. Here comes Dylan in the slipstream. He's going to pull with the outside, Minty on the inside. They'll go side by side. Oh, it's a big squeeze there from Minty, but Dylan's got a much better exit. Here comes Tom for the win up. Sorry, got that completely wrong. Here comes Tom up the hill now. He's going to pull with the outside. Dylan on the inside. Sorry, Dylan's on the ultras. I didn't actually spot that. But then Dylan takes the lead of the race here. So, dramatically the start of the race car, safety car restart. As your race leader, Dylan takes the lead of the race. Will Tom have anything to say about it into turn 3? No, he will not. As Dylan has a massive lock-up on the inside. And of course, Dylan will have the better pace early on. But he will have to pit again. So, unlike Wise of Tom and Minty, they will not have to pit again. That is where it's going to be losing time. Because everybody else on the softs, except SPJ on the super softs and Minty on the ultras. So, exciting times here. As we've now got Bonji on the back of Williams Gaming. He's fighting for P5 in this race. We're going to go on Williams, kind of make the job done on Williams Gaming as Dylan pits then. Instantly pitting. I really do not know why he's pitted. Really confused there. Bonji's kind of going to have a good at this. You can't use DRS quite this direct second, I don't think. No, he cannot. So up the hill they go once again. Bit too close to make an overtake happen just quite yet. And as this battle is really hitting boiling temperature, really. As now Williams getting really on the back of Eurobest FIFA. I think Best FIFA has the 1 lap pace, but I think on the race pace he's struggling a bit. Which you can see there why he's using a little bit of time. As they far through the left-hander. And then into the second left-hander, the double left-hander, really an effective way of calling it. So Williams game now going to have to defend from Bonji because here comes Bonji. Oh no, Bonji's pitting. I think Bonji's pitting. Yeah, he's pitting. I don't know why. And then I think Simon might have actually got speeding penalties under virtual safety cars. So let's see what he does. Is he actually going to pit or? I'm not entirely sure. Well, no, he's here. Had a speeding penalty. Oh, Jim, no. Such a bad, dismal failure for Bonji to have. It was going well for him, and that's completely wiped him out of the race right now. But now there goes winning the game. He's going to go to the outside. It's a great view, actually. Will he get the switchback job done? No, it's such a good... He's trying to force the outside lane there. Now he's going to have to run down the hill. Putting to the left-hand side. They'll go side by side. He's got the better... I can't quite tell. It's a really awkward camera angle. There we go. Not quite been able to make that overtake happen just yet. Oh, he spun it. What's happened there? Best 45 is off. He's lost it all by himself, and he's backwards into the wall, and that is not what you want. He's just killed himself. I don't know what's happened there. He might have had some kind of failure or something, because he's just gone into that corner, and then the back end is just clicked and just snaps at him. That's incredible. Best 45 then, obviously not wanting to carry on. Well, there you go. And now Minty's on the back of Tom for the race lead here. Half a second separates these two. As I'm watching it back here. Yeah, it looks like Best FIFA just lost it all by himself. There might have been a bit of desync. I'm not entirely too sure, but... Because it does look like there's maybe a little bit of desync, but I'm not entirely too sure. Because I know this thing is... I know desync is still a thing. Annoyingly, I don't know why it's still not fixed. But the Battery race lead is hot on its heels now. Between the two Red Bulls. As they go through turn 5 and turn 6. both using a lot of that exit curb. As Tom with them just setting the race he's now built, he's got a little gap, a comfortable margin away from Minty, but he needs to really extend that margin if he's going to have any way of being safe in this race. As they'll complete lap 18 here to start lap 19 in today's race. As yep, DRS is now enabled, so here comes Minty then with DRS. Will he get enough before the turn 2? He's going to go for it. He's going for it. Really late lunge. Bit of a lock up there for Vincent Minty. Tom's going to have the outside lane. It's worked out from this kind of much better traction exit compared to Minty. So again, Minty not able to make the overtake happen quite yet. As Keeley Brothers retire from the race, as we got a move for P3. Who is that move, Kenry? That's Echoes Plays and Williams Gaming. Scobbling out there for P3. Echoes very close. He's going to go round the outside. What a move. Round the outside. It takes skill to do that kind of manoeuvre. As he runs very wide there. Now here comes Williams Gaming. He's going to be in the slipstream. Should have done the 50. You can see how much shine he's showing on those rear tyres because just any sort of lateral grip. As Airplane's up to this thing, you see there, you just saw his left hand move there down to switch the button. Or maybe he was actually adjusting brake bias actually. No, thinking about it. But it's gonna have a run up the hill. As I was trying to interrupt me there, oh sorry to interrupt myself there, but Tom actually had to defend there for Minty for the battle of the lead of the race. As I'll switch back to battle for P3 because this is actually starting to get very tasty. And so we'll literally have battles down the field pretty much everywhere you look, really. So the safety car's really shaped up the field then, because now everybody's on the same sort of strat here. Going towards the end of the race. As Williams Gaming is really on the back of him now, so he's going to have to go for that overtake very soon. And well, he's gonna make it happen. Otherwise he'll run out of time to be able to make the overtake happen. So there you go, Williams Gaming starting to lose actually a bit of pace to Echoes. As he's actually been caught. We got yellow flag set to 3. Now who is that? That's made a mistake. That's UK Science going out of the way there. I think it was the race leaders. You could see that Minty and Tom are not really fighting too hard, but they are fighting. Of course, these guys are battling the championship. Know what's expected of them. The Drivers' Championship is something, but of course they want to make their manager look good by sealing a comfortable 1-2 here today. As it echoes, he's P7. What's happened to him? Where is he? There he is. I don't know what's happened to him. He's just lost everything. It looks so comfortable, and well, it's gone just like that. Ah, such a shame for him. Such a shame for him. I thought he had it in him, but there we go. Never say never, I guess. As you can see, there was some car getting out of the pits. No, that was because there was a really loud noise, I guess. As now Dunn is on the back of Williams Gaming. Up into 8th gear. He's going to pull to the right hand side. Quite, that was a really overtake move. No, that's my bit. That might be big contact. I don't think it was contact. I think Dunn thought he was clear to me back in the race 9. I don't think he really realised. That's what I was meant to say. How close Williams Gaming actually was to him. As they both lock up into that right-hander. Now, don't know why Dylan is pitted actually onto Ultras, because we're going to have to pit another set of Supersoft very soon, because it's going to be ridiculous otherwise. Unless he doesn't have... He could have actually gone on the Ultras because he didn't have any softs available, which I think would be extreme to say, but You never know, that could be the case. Who knows, really? As they break into turn 1. Getting the power nice and early on the exit. Up the hill they go. Dylan then just keeping his P3 in the McLaren. His teammate had an unfortunate spin throughout the race, so disappointment there, but you know, you've just got to deal with it, I guess. Oh, bit of a tail snap there from Dylan. Just caught that then, the back end just stepped out, maybe got a little bit eager on the traction, and then the back end just went a bit, whoa, didn't like that one. As well, Tom for the win is now he's built that comfortable margin between him and his teammates, a 1.5 second gap lead, so as Minty then picks up another 3 second time penalty, so these guys really pushing each other to the limits here, and that is what we like to see. It's a really competitive. Oh, Dylan's in the pits. Dylan's in a speeding pit penalty. Unbelievable. Just when you thought it actually could get worse, he's been given a penalty. Oh dear. What a shame for the lad. And he's serving one anyway now. Oh dear. Catastrophe for Dylan. Absolutely catastrophe. Well, when he emerged though, it's going to be P6. He will have the lapped car of the UK sides ahead of him though, so... I mean, actually, how the hell has the UK Food just got himself into P4? I really am baffled by this man. He does everything he can do to do himself proud. Honestly, he is absolutely amazing at anything he does. It's beautiful. He is one of those drivers where count him to get points, put him in a seat, and he will deliver for you. I say that. Bit of a slide there. Not exactly what you want, but there we go. But right now, Tom out in the front of the lead, setting the race quite nicely, and this brings up another time for another quick little advertisement. Of course, this is brought to you by the Theory Online League Racing YouTube channel, but it is actually being broadcasted from the home of WORC. And there you go, that is what is brought to you by for tonight's racing. Just a short little clip there to show you what actually is WRC. Because I have been given a few questions of what it actually is, but hopefully very soon we'll be doing our first ever social race. Which I'm not going to give any hints away, but if you do follow the Twitch, then you will actually know what that is going to be about very shortly. As I'll be doing a little bit of upload and get the sign-ups underway. It will be around January time, so there's no panic about it. Sign-ups will probably end around December time, but like this momentarily, all is looking very well for Tom. He's got himself out in the lead of the race, and he's doing himself proud. He's got a little bit of pressure from behind from Minty. There he is in the 99 Red Bull. As I'm going to presume Tom Butler's the manager of Red Bull is very happy at this direct point. He's got all of his drivers on the podium. Now that is saying something. That really is saying something about his talent. So if you do join the Red Bull program or Toro Rosso program, you're almost guaranteed to have some good races. Just the way he does things is quite amazing, really. Of course, here's the one that just started the league, so you know most of the credit will go down to him. But yeah, it's really nice to see the racing action today. It's actually been really fun to watch. As I'm pretty sure you guys can agree on me on that one. As we start on lap 27 there, the two Red Bulls still at each other's heels. So yeah, really excited to see how these guys are going to play out tonight's race. Only a few laps to go. Will Minty be able to gain on Tom, or will Tom just pull away? You know, that is the question that everybody's got on their mind. Of course, now Williams came in there. No, I said that must be James in the background. Was that to be James? Yes, it was. SV James in the background there. Our lap down car in the Toro Rosso. As UK starts to get a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pits. So here's Donald Dillon then. What I'm actually interested to see actually here. About that started to merge. The UK Futures actually caught up to the back of Williams Gaming quite quickly. So these two will be having their own little scrap very soon. And let's see if any of them can actually do good here tonight. Of course, they're both exceeding their own expectations probably in tonight's race. But there's only one spot for the third place. And, well, there's two of them. So they're going to have to squabble it out there to see who will get the podium. Futures definitely has the better pace, but can Williams Gaming defend from him? Because UK Futures is gaining. And he's gaining fast. With only a handful of laps to go, it's anybody's game right now. And he is in DRS range, so he is gaining thick and fast. And sooner or later, he will have to go for the overtake. Count me on that one. You can just see that every time the braking zone, he is on his back foot. And he's there waiting for the overtake to happen. As soon as Gaming locks up into the right-hander. They'll go through the left-hander. Turn 5. UK Futures runs a little bit wide and use a lot of the extra curve to get him back on the track. But yeah, Williams Gaming trying to lose a little bit of pace there because now here comes Futures. He's much closer this time round, so potentially as they go up the hill into turn 2, that he might be able to make him overtake happen. But at the moment, only time will tell. As they will start lap 29 now. As they fire through turn 1. Get the power nice and early from Futures. Here he comes up the hill. I thought he'd be actually quite close to make overtake happen, but obviously he's still got to wait a little bit of time before he will be able to make the overtake happen. Okay, he's definitely in the back now, so sooner or later this battle will get very tasty. So I think it's already started about to get very tasty here, because here we go then. Futures now will be trying to plan the overtake cap before he runs out of laps, I guess. Picks up a little bit of grass there, so not the preferred line. And of course that dirty elbow really affecting him through this twisty middle section of the track. Now through the final sector. Then into the final corner. Here comes Futures. Opens up DRS. He's gaining. Just not quite. He's really late actually there. Almost too late. Honestly, should have probably used the track red tarmac on the left there, but obviously not being able to do that, so that has really cost him his third position. That might have just cost him third place, but he's still within a second. As we know, around this track you can actually gain a lot of speed just by being in a DRS window. And that's exactly what he's doing here. Oh, that's Futures. He's lost the back end. He's got on the grass there. It's going to save. Hasn't lost the position though, but a lot of track position has been lost there. And I don't actually know what happened. Let me have a look back in the stream. So here he comes through turn 5. I think he just lost the back end. Literally it. Just lost the back end. So that then, as then now here comes Futures into the pits then. He's completed 19 laps in those tyres, and I'm afraid he can't take them any longer. So where will he emerge then in the field? Onto the red side, the red tyres, the super soft tyres. He's going to emerge P5. Quite a comfortable gap to Echoes then. And his miles to the place is in, so that is where he's going to end up probably finishing the race here. As they're now Bonji's on the back of Echoes, because here he comes in the slipstream. He's going to pull to the left hand side. on the faster tyre compound. Echoes are trying to hang it. It's a big look at this contact. Lots of contact. One just have to go onto the escape road then. As I think Echoes lets Bonji back past because that was a really aggressive move from Echoes, but he had to do something if he wanted to keep his position. And sometimes you do push the limit. And he probably pushed the limit a little bit too much there on his front tyres, having the grip to slow down before locking up. As we now approach the last couple of laps here into today's action, as Tom, your race leader, still has fresh effort behind from Minty, but he hasn't really gained enough to be able to make overtake happen in these late stages of the race, so looks very comfortable wise for Tom here. As we're so close in the race here, but really, probably right now the race order's already been decided, but you never know what's about to happen, really. You never know. You never know. As he will start lap 33 with a 1.2 second gap lead to Minty behind him. And then behind him you got Minty, there he is in fact, in the other Red Bull. And oh well, a further 20 seconds back you got Williams Gaming. There he is, in the Toro Rosso Honda. As my voice is literally dying. And then 3 seconds back there he is, Mighty Dylan, in P4. He is doing wonders of today. I think overall he'll be all right with how today's turned out. I'm gonna presume anyway. And UK Futures, Seth and P5. He'll be happy with how today is going for him from his perspective. I think considering where he started, yeah, he should be happy with that. As well, right now Tom is out just there in the lead, holding his ground quite nicely. As right now the gap is 1.6 seconds, so Tom has quite a comfortable lead, I should say. But never say never, because it's not over. Definitely not over. As they'll be starting the penultimate lap here. So it's all down to now really just staying on the track. The tyres will not have any grip or any lateral grip. That's what I'm looking for. As up the hill they go then for the second time, for the second to last time here. But there we go. Well, with a 2 second gap to Minty, I think it's probably still to the race, but you never know. Oh, and that is Speed James going to really back-end moment. Because he's about there for P7, hot on the heels here between Echoes and Williams Gaming. They'll go side-by-side, and Echoes then will have the position. Just about, though. Because now here comes SP James in the slipstream. Opens up DRS. They will start the final lap here today. Oh, he's in a bit of a really slow corner there, SP James has, sorry. As Williams going to actually pit it though. He couldn't actually make all the laps there. He's had to pit. Oh, that is not what he wants. But right now, Tom then, on the final lap of the race, he should comfortably come home for the race win here today. And with my calculations, he should take the lead of the championship as well. So, it has been a good race for him today. Well, there is Minty Saturn P2. He's doing a good job out there, but it'll be no more long driving tonight for these two. As Tom round the final corner to win. Round 5 here, Austria. Tom will take the race win here. Behind him, Minty will come over for P2. And P3 will come home for Mighty Dylan. Sooner or later, he'll be coming home. And, well, he'll be quite happy with a podium finish here. Well, there we go. So now come across the line. There he is in P3. UK Futures will come in for P4. In the Samba, so I think he'll be happy with that one as well. As he'll now come across the line then. Williams going for P5. And Bond will come in for P6. P7 will be Echoes. P8 will be SP James. P9 UK Sites. And Kilo Bravo. P10, and that rounds your points finishers. Now give it 2 seconds. And outside the points, we will have, if it'll load, there's your opponent's ceremony actually. The Red Bulls then, well, quite a dominant victory. A 1-2 for them. Really, no competition for the rest of the field, and there you go. The celebrations will continue and part on into tonight's action. As it's a 1-2 for Red Bull. Very happy then. But, well, stay tuned everybody, because now we all have the interviews. As we got 2 Red Bulls and a McLaren. So, all Renault powered engines then. Taking home the victory tonight. As we'll just let this load there. There came on mission. And they got EBS FIFA 11th. Horizon Peter for that DRS failure. Massive Smith 13th. And then Ari Schumacher running out the field in 14th position. Everybody getting penalties. Except the first man to retire. But there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. As I will now get well, I will grab the top. Well, I'll get P1 and P3 in because P2 means he doesn't actually have a mic, so that's never useful, is it really? But yeah, let's see how this one's gonna play out into tonight's racing. Let's see how they found it out. Let's see how they how they found it. There we go. How they found it in tonight's racing. Well, let's grab the first one in. Who should we grab? Do we go first or do we go third? I'm thinking we grab the man himself. Let's grab the race leader first. There we go. Let's whack him an invite. And let's see how he found it tonight. As we just wait for him to join the party. There he is now. Hello there. Hello. As hang on, bear with me. I need to include your audio. If you just bear with me for 1 second. There we go. If you quickly testing this, I know your audio is included. Can you hear me?
So.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, well, how was it from you? So, you had P2, and you had one job off the line, which was to get the lead, and you did that, and that was about it. Really?
Yeah, well, I wanted to try and beat FIFA off the line. Managed to do so, squeezed me as tight as possible, but it was fair racing. And, yeah, had a decent race, led the entire thing, all to lose out due to an extra penalty, which is a shame, but Minty had some great pace, and another Red Bull 1-2. That's 3 races now. so it's not bad.
Yes, indeed. Now you are at the moment, if I'm right in saying, you have won the most races today. Do you? No, not today. In the season, do you hope to carry that momentum forward going into the next few rounds?
I hope to do so. I mean, like today was my first race without ABS on.
Oh,
So I think it's something to look forward to, and I think I did a decent job. So yeah, I'll try to keep it up.
all right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and have fun. All right. Well, Dylan. So, you went from P5 to P3, I believe. So, how was it from your end?
Well, beginning of the race, it was a very good launch. Got a position off the line, and basically, safety car came out. That caused a lot of havoc. Just missed the pit entry as it came out. So that gave Minty a good advantage. I came into the pits and got a speed under safety car penalty, which gave me a drive-through, which I think is absolutely stupid and that should be removed.
Yeah.
Then the safety car came in, went into the pits and got another stupid penalty of 3 seconds for corner cutting, which again I'm looking to get that removed. So, and then just had a flying recovery to P3, and all that was. Oh, and also McLaren put me on the wrong strategy, putting me onto Ultrasofts.
Yes, I gathered that.
I wouldn't be in the
makes
position
sense.
I was in without my race engineer. WOR's Iron. I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Yeah, well, all credit goes to you guys for getting the podium today, and well, thank you guys very much for being involved in the interviews, I should say. But we'll now say goodbye to everybody else watching the stream, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you this time next week.